Hi, yeah, Richard Smith here from the richardsmith.com and Small Business Ninja. If you've seen one of these flyers, then you are in the right place. If you've not seen one of these flyers, then I've got some good news for you because you're going to learn something here today. We're going to play small business bingo or small business marketing bingo, and I'm going to do that in a second. Sorry, I'm chuckling away to myself here, but that's the way it is. Lockdown is clearly having an effect on me. So, how's your small business doing this year? If you've had enough and you want to do things differently, then pop over to therichardsmith.com and that will give you some further pointers on what you need to do. If you're interested in getting more from Google, then you can pop over to smallbusinessninja.co.uk and there'll be some more stuff on there that will help you out. One of the things I'm so positive about Google My Business is that it has a habit of generating good quality leads for most small businesses if you get it right. Now, it's not particularly difficult to get it right, but it is a bit nuanced, and I don't have time to go into all of that today. But as you can see here, in the last couple of months, this business has produced 45 inquiries just from its Google My Business listing. So you might wonder why I'm a little bit positive and focused on that. It's because it actually works. So, small business bingos. You might have seen some of these. This is quite interesting. The NHS are obviously using them because of the COVID-19 situation. That's a QR code. If you've not got one of those on your counter, you are missing out. Quite simply, if you've got a smartphone, you can scan that, and that will take. Well, if you scan this one, it takes you to my website, and takes you to the contact page where you can input your details. There's absolutely no reason why your small business shouldn't be having one of those on the counter or in all of your stationery so that you can start to collect your customers' details when they visit you, when they purchase a product, when they get some sales information from you, when they get some marketing information from you. That takes you, they can take them straight to a form on your website where they enter their personal details so you can contact them again with special offers and deals. That theme's going to repeat itself over the next few minutes. Local pensioner looking for a few hours. So at the moment, many small businesses, particularly if you're selling products, are having trouble getting your products out there. Now, if you're working in a fairly tight geographic area, a town, for example, and your business is selling products in that town, there's no reason why you shouldn't be trying to find a local pensioner that can go and do deliveries for you for a couple of hours a week. Everyone thinks that this whole click and collect thing, this whole online delivery thing, has to be complicated. But if you're a local butcher, a local widget maker, finding someone locally to go and deliver parcels for you, to start to build relationships, makes a lot of sense. And there's plenty of these people out there that are actually looking to do a few hours work a week. Online delivery. Again, tag in a few Uber or Just Eat drivers to do some work for you during the day. This doesn't have to be complicated and very often can work out cheaper than using, the main delivery firms. For example, if you're sending stuff through UPS or DPD or whoever it is you're using, it's got to be packaged up, got to be boxed up, it's got to be, wrapped, posted, delivered to the post office or collected if you're lucky enough. If you're using a local Just Eat driver, he can put it in his bag and deliver it. None of that faffing around. You can either pass the money on directly onto them, or you can pass the savings back to your customer, or you can keep it as profits. Your choice. Automate it. If your website's not able to deal with orders online, you are missing out. One of the things I started doing in the last series of lockdowns, which was March, April of last year, was to provide low cost e-commerce options so that your micro businesses, your local parade of shops can actually have an online operation without having to go and spend 20 grand on having a website developed. It doesn't need that. I've developed in-house some options that make this cheap and available for everybody. Automate it. Word bingo. If you're sitting scratching around at the moment, revising offers, repursing content and products, it's something you can do. You can start to look at your own website and say, okay, if you sell a widget which does X, how else can that widget be used? If you sell roofing glues, for example, can those roofing glues do paving stones or windows, or is there any way those products can be repurposed? But also the same with your content. If you've got content on your website and that's not been shared on the social media platforms, or not released as a press release, or not altered and adapted to suit the purposes we're currently in there, you are missing out. It's exactly the same with your products, your offers, and your content. It needs to be repurposed, needs to be looked at. Rather than sitting on your hands doing nothing, then you need to be working on some of this. New marketing strategies. Well, if you're currently doing something that brings in X amount of money, let's say you're running AdWords, let's say you're running social media campaigns, let's say you're running ads in the local paper, leave those alone. Don't touch those. Let those continue working as they are, or not as the case may be, and if they're not, you should stop them and try something else. Meanwhile, try another thing. Try and look at using social media, try using AdWords, try using Google My Business listings, try using some ads in some alternative papers, try emailing a few people, try getting referrals from your existing client bank. Try something, but the main thing is not to sit tight and do nothing. Most of us have the time at the moment. Businesses are fairly quiet. Share information. Now, the whole thing about sharing information is stuff in your business. You know how to do some of this stuff. You know things that your customers don't know. And I don't know why you would want to keep that to yourself. If you're a neurosurgeon, for example, you do intricate brain surgery, you can't go and teach somebody else to do that. But if you're a bricklayer, there's no reason why you can't show house owners how to find the best bricklayer, how to employ the best bricklayer, what good bricklaying looks like, how much you should pay. Informing your marketplace, sharing your information is a great way to raise your profile. You become the go-to guy. Click and collect. Now, I know this is contentious because a lot of businesses have been forced to close in the last lockdown and this lockdown. And believe you me, I don't think these lockdowns are going to end when the government says they're going to end. There's something else bubbling under here. We've shut down the entire economy and we're continuing to shut it down. But everyone's making the thing about click and collect. If you don't have a click and collect option on your website, you are missing out on business. Absolutely, customers want to be able to jump in the car, pop into shop A and shop B and pick up their order. That's the way it's working for Tesco's, it's the way it's working for Sainsbury's. Yes, I know they have the delivery option as well, but click and collect is one way forward. It's one way for you to be able to stay in business at this moment in time. Couple of things. I've covered a couple of things. Social offers. Next door local Facebook. Now, I'm not saying you should be all douchebag about this and should be, going onto the local forums and touting your wares and promoting your information. But there are people on Facebook, there are people on Nextdoor, there are people on Twitter, there are people on all these local forums that are looking for help, are looking for information. If you're a local butcher's and you've got a great deal on chicken wings, for example, there's no reason why you shouldn't go onto the local Facebook or the local Nextdoor and promote it. Well, I don't understand why you wouldn't do that. If you've got, the whole idea is you're trying to build a local. If you're a local business and you're trying to build a local community, you're trying to build, a collection of trusted people that know you and love you, that want to do business with you, well, this is one way of doing it. So don't ignore the local offers. Look, spend a few hours doing this. Go and spend a few hours actually looking at some of the stuff and working out exactly what you can do. And do it. This whole fear, people won't like me, people will think I'm being too pushy, people will be upset. No, they won't. People are sitting there saying, I wonder if the local butcher's is open. I wonder if there's a greengrocer's open in our local town, a brand new greengrocer's. We thought greengrocers had gone. But there is a local market for this stuff. People want to be able to go to the greengrocers. So a certain generation of people absolutely will love it. But spend a few hours thinking about this rather than crying in your beer. Online is where it's at. Actually, it's not where it's at. Online is just another way. It's just another tool of you approaching your marketplace, you having a conversation in a different way, an online way rather than an offline way. Yes, belly to belly is important, but belly to belly is limited because of the COVID restrictions. Online is not. So by looking at where your target market is and looking at those people you can engage with, if you've got let's look at the local butchers, for example. If you've got a particular recipe for cooking beef that makes sense, why would you not share that online? And why would you not put an offer in that? Again, if you're stuck with any of this stuff, just please get in touch with richardsmith.com. Make offers, as I said, not in a douchebag way, not in a salesy way. You just post it there. Here I am. I'm the butcher's in, Broadgate or wherever it is you happen to be. Pop in and see us. We've got a steak recipe. We've got a beef skirt recipe. We've got a chicken recipe. We'll package it all up for you. Give you all the ingredients you need. Make an offer. Create something. This is what you're in business for. This is what you're doing. Use Buffly. I go on a lot about automation. Everyone says, it's so difficult. It's so difficult to actually get this stuff done. No, it's not. If you sort of open your eyes and take the blinkers off and start to look around, you'll notice that there are plenty of tools available. Buffly, for example, if you're using Buffly, it basically takes your posts, drops them into an online calendar, all the articles you want to share, and drops them into the various social media platforms. So you haven't got to sit on Facebook, you haven't got to sit on Twitter or Instagram sharing these stories. You can drop them into Buffly, and over the next week or the next month, however long you decide, you can drop your content out there. For example, if you're going to have a promotion for steak on Friday, for example, or chicken on Sunday, you can have that stuff pushed out there to fit with your objectives as a business. Again, I'm not talking about bombarding your people with all of this douchebag salesy content, just having a conversation with them. It's actually relatively easy to do. And again, this is one of the things I do with my clients to help them through it. So on the same thing as Buffly, we're talking about automating it. And again, as I said before, posting it on all of your online platforms. So for example, if you are a business owner, then you're going to have a presence potentially on Twitter, you're going to have a WhatsApp list, you're going to have a social media profile on Facebook or on your website. Well, share it, get your information out there. So there's a lot of information there. Just stop and just realise I'm getting in my own light there. Sorry about that. That's a bit difficult to understand, but we're 12 minutes in, so let me wrap this up for you because I don't want you struggling with this. One of the things I've currently been doing is running AdWords. This is one client I've been working with, and I've been working with since the middle of last year in order to try and get a better presence for them. As you can see here, this is the last month, I think it is. 200 clicks, 3,000 views, cost per click is 62 pence, and they've spent 124 quid. They have spent 124 quid getting their message out into the marketplace. I know full well this business has probably had about 30 rock solid inquiries. They've paid 52 or 62 pence for each inquiry. Well, I'll be honest with you, if I could buy in inquiries at 62p, I'd be all over that like a rash. So, when you're ready, the QR code, use it to get information from your customer base. Whatever you want to share on it, share it as a QR code. Your customers are used to it. These are really easy to create online, but they've just stuck. But when you're ready, you can do a Borrow My Brain. Go over to the website, do a search for Richard Smith Borrow My Brain, and you'll find me. Or get in touch through therichardsmith.com/contact. If you're looking to put in place some e-commerce, click and collect options, email marketing, and all the bits you need bolted onto a particular website, go over to therichardsmith.com/shop-2, or if you just go /shop, it will take you there. We've designed these to be very cost effective, so they start from 350 quid, including the social media tools, the email marketing, and all the bits and pieces. Plus you also get me and my shiny face and access to some others in the team, which is a brand new website built for you, and more than happy to have a money back guarantee on all of these things. It's not an issue. If you find it doesn't work for you, no surprises really. I want this to work for you, and I'm quite happy to bear the cost of that and provide you with that guarantee. No issues. For those of you that have worked with me before, you'll understand how that works with me. Really quite happy. I don't want anybody's surprises. But if you're looking to sell stuff online, the e-commerce option will work for you. If you're looking for lead generation, get in touch, therichardsmith.com/contact. What I do want you to do, really want you to do, is to go back and look at all of this word bingo. and have a look at some of that and see where you can make it fit. Oh look, create an offer has jumped out. To see where you can make it fit for your business. Once you've made it fit, then you will start to see some improvements in your online presence. Thank you very much for listening. My name is Richard Smith. If I've added some value, share it. You might want to subscribe. You might want to drop me an email to say thanks, or any questions you've got, don't hesitate to get in touch. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.